Slash and Magnatone are having a baby. Hey, it's me, Baxter.
And me, Jonathan.
We're here at Casino Guitars, coming at you hard and fast. Breaking news. Well, I mean, it came out last week.
Didn't it? Yeah, we have.
That's for a blip. I mean, we've
It's still breaking.
I think it's breaking though. It's
Because it's huge news.
It's huge news. Slash
very big.
is, I would arguably say, one of the most famous guitar players in rock and roll ever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not just going to say today. Even though, where was he on the top 250 list?
Pretty far down there, I'm going to say.
Somewhere back with Boy
pretty
Genius
far,
or something.
Pretty far down. Although I do think Slash is like transcended. The average person on the street would probably have heard of Slash.
Well, and his look is so iconic
yes.
too. Anyway, he's making an amp with Magnatone. We're excited about it. It's cool.
Oh my God.
Way to go, Magnatone. Pumped up. Great find.
There was a lot of, I got some messages about this because I don't know that there's not many players who have a more iconic like brand. Well, really two brands that is part of their image, right? Slash is Les Pauls and Martians.
I was going to say Les Pauls and PV Classic 30s.
Well, that too. Everybody knows he loves the.
He's switching to all digital next. He's
all
on Helix
digital.
And Kemper.
The UA Lion. He could do that.
No, but no, don't have your hearts broken. If you're a Marshall guy, he's not leaving Marshall. It's just to complement his sound and push it forward into the next generation.
Because he's even got Slash Marshalls, right? Like signature.
He's got everything. He's got Slash tube socks.
I don't know that anyone has more signature things than
He
Slash.
is the guy. He's like the anti-Howard Stern. He's got more gear than you can whack a gear camel at.
I'm surprised you can't buy a Slash like top hat somewhere.
There's probably something.
I'm sure there is
Brixton
somewhere.
will make it, and if he was a Fender, they'd be selling them tomorrow.
It'd be huge, yeah. This is true.
Not happening. Brixton's a Fender brand right now, and I do love Brixton.
There you go.
But no, so what is this amp?
So let's talk about how I think this amp came about.
Oh, before that,
because it's kind of cool, I think.
if you want to get one, you can get one exclusively through Casino Guitars. They're not sold anywhere else.
Only us. Take your orders now.
Someone's gonna watch it like, that
oh
was
my God,
really uncool how you guys said that. It's not true. It's like, we know it's not true. We're having fun.
It's not true.
It's obviously sold at our sister store, Casino Guitars and Friends, as well. So
CasinoGuitars.com.
Guitars and Friends. And Baxter Strings and Things.
But we do. I like to think that we have a unique connection to this. And bear with me.
I think I know where you're going.
Bear with me.
Because of tube socks.
Because of tube socks and our love for them. No, but I mean, so we've had a little small connection to our pal Richard Fortas.
Yes.
Through Echo Park Guitars.
Yes.
In fact, you did a cool jam, digitally.
I did do a
Richard
cool,
Fortas.
We did like a Zoom jam together, and it was pretty damn impressive. That guy's good.
So, and I don't know if you guys keep up with this, but he's been playing a Twilighter live as part of his rig with Guns N' Roses. By the way, he's been a member of Guns N' Roses for like 8 million years.
Longer than anyone else, honestly. Longer than Axl Rose at this point.
But anyways, so, I think it's cool that he obviously has embraced Magnatone. I like to think maybe we didn't help influence that at all. I just like to think
let's pretend we did. I think Rod's over watching. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Thanks guys. Thanks Casino.
And you guys put in your next order, but thank you for that too.
But yeah, so like we obviously love Magnatone. We've been a fan of Richard Fortas and had a small connection to him, and so I'm sure that as Slash is like hearing the sound of that amp, and then they go visit Magnatone, which is what happens. They go to visit Magnatone. And obviously there's stuff going on behind the scenes, but apparently the story is Slash played some of the, the 50-watt M80s, thought, wow, this sounds amazing.
Yes.
But I'm Slash and 50 watts won't do it for me.
For children.
Exactly. That's a nice practice amp for you guys, he said.
That's a bedroom amp.
Just a nice, if you got Slash's bedroom, probably is.
I mean,
it's probably cavernous.
Probably bigger than this whole room.
Cavernous for all his hats.
That's disturbing. There's bedrooms bigger than this.
But anyway, so now they're doing an M100, I believe is what it's going to be called. So a 100-watt M80, basically. And I'm interested to see. I don't think they've really released like if there's any other sort of cool specs. No. But I would imagine there's something different that's going to be going on.
It's probably going to be some snakeskin of some sort.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously there's that. I just wonder, like, are we going to get any weird little mods like higher gain or anything like that? Because, the M80 goes from sort of a low gain thing, which is kind of like JTM 45, like kind of broken up plexi to more like the high gain channel, which is more like hot rodded kind of plexi territory.
What if we had 3 gain stages?
Oh, like low, high, and slash mode.
Yes.
I'd be into that.
All the way. Take notes, Rod. That's what you got to do.
Appetite for destruction mode.
Ooh, that's funny. Yeah. That's really good, actually. I would love that. Because, I mean, we already know a bunch of people that will want to get these.
Yes.
But again, there's only going to be, what, 2 of them?
Only 2 made for the whole world, and they're both going to Slash. That'd be really funny. It will be interesting to see, because obviously he's still going to use his Marshalls. Like, how's he going to work this into the rig? Because it's not that different from our Marshall. Like we've always said,
it's the American Marshall.
It's the American Marshall. It's the Marshall that I feel like I can bond with, and it kind of does the thing I want a Marshall tone to do.
Marshalls have that great push, that sort of high-end fidelity, and that sort of Marshalls aren't just dirty. It's got a crisp cleanliness to them that you don't realize. Magnatone's dirtier, and it's got more low end.
Yeah.
I feel like the bass pushes better with a Magnatone, but the Marshall does what a Marshall does, and only Marshall does it. Marshall does what a Marshall does, and only the Marshall does it. That could be a kid's song.
We're right back to Paw Patrol. Marshall's the fire dog, if you were wondering.
God, it's funny. I didn't even think about that. I was like, it was like, wow.
And he's always tripping. Always falling into things.
I think, wait, Marshall's high?
Yeah.
You said, I was like,
Marshall's tripping balls.
What? Whoa. Paw Patrol's a whole new meaning.
This is for kids.
The whole show is an acid trip.
I mean, there's really not many other explanations.
And those are actually really people.
These
like,
dogs.
Marshall,
Should we call the fire department? No,
Sky.
call the dogs. Call the fucking dogs.
Like, Sky's like a beautiful lady, and like Ryder just is like high the whole time, and he's like, "Oh, Sky, what's up? Sky's a dog flying in a helicopter. That's a car." I just figured out the formula of Paw Patrol. God dang, we did it. We know now. That's it. Sorry.
It's like the Grateful Dead, but animation.
I think, well, there's few signature things that come out that I'm like, ooh, yeah, I got to get it, because I don't care whose it is. I care, like, what's the practicality and usability of it. There's certain things that come out that are awesome. Like anything by Jay Mascis from Fender and the Squire line are always really good for some reason. Usually the Slash stuff is pretty darn good.
What I find fun about this, right, is a lot of times we get collaborations, and sometimes, not necessarily with Slash, right, but like sometimes it seems to come out of nowhere. Like, oh, you're not, I didn't think about this guy's playing Fenders or, whatever it is, right? But this one seems very organic, and it's kind of cool that we get to see it as it happens. Slash went to visit Magnatone. Oh, Slash really likes Magnatones. Oh, wow, they're making a 100-watt Slash model. I just think that's cool.
And it might just be the M80 with a different covering, and it's 100 watts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the little prototype picture they saw looked like that gator skin thing they're already doing. But yeah, the snake skin makes sense, which they've done the python skin Magnatones.
I just want this to be like more slashy.
I think Slash should use our casino, the little white and gold paisley.
If you hadn't seen it, we have a custom one-of-a-kind Tillix Western white and gold.
You could even rename it.
If you want
the November Rain covering.
Rod is sitting there with his needlepoint ready to stitch it together. Rod's our favorite sales engineer. He's over at
Rod's in control. Rod runs things. Rod's the man.
He's the boss of pretty much all things Magnatone.
Yeah.
Makes things happen.
And a good guitar player.
And a great dancer too. He's not like Carlos. He's more of a slow dancer. He's like a waltz guy. I think he did like competitive waltzing for a bit.
Slow dancing.
Rod.
Burning rooms.
That's pretty cool. No, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see this thing in use too, and see how if you can have a discernible sound difference from his Marshall array.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to hear. Like I'd be interested to hear. Does that change? Like the headroom on the M80? Does it make it different? Because I mean, I don't need a 100-watt amp, but I would say people don't need 100-watt 2-rocks, but they like them because it pushes a different way.
Next, when I went against like your M80 with my car Super B, there was just I couldn't. And the Super B is a great amp.
It sounds amazing.
But in the same like when we were like playing together, it was like I was playing a little Princeton, he was playing a freaking 412 Marshall.
It did, and mine is just the 112 combo. But man, the Magnatones, they push and they're loud. Which I've been in love with the Trilighter lately. I've been, man, it's just that's such a good amp. That and a few pedals it's just all you need.
It's frustrating how good it is. We got good toys we get to play with here.
It's true.
So
like our massage chair.
Let's dig into this Slash thing a bit more. We do have a massage chair now. Oh,
it sort of changed my life this morning. I was like, oh my word.
Like when
we
it
have a
got sort
massage
of up
chair?
inside that bottom of yours and it
Yeah.
was like going deep, and then you get your feet.
We can't even talk about it.
Side
on
note,
there.
we're pretty much done with the video now. You can tune in, tune out, whatever you want to do. Great. We got a massage chair. I bought one for my wife's father years ago, and I think he's moved and changed houses, so he's in a smaller house now. I was like, well, you don't have room for this. I'll like give it back. And so now we have a massage chair behind the production here
in the studio.
in the studio. It will never leave until it's
Today's the first day I saw it, and I sat. And Baxter's like, "You got to get in it." So I pulled off the old boots, jumped in because it does the whole thing: your feet, your hands, your arms.
everything. It's not the sharper image massage. This is the
No, this is a real deal. I kind of felt like you could have locked me in there and then like tortured or killed me. So
because it even holds your shoulders.
It even
back
holds
and
your
it's
shoulder.
like,
Your whole, you're like,
You can't
but
get in. Like if you want to
Man.
kidnap someone and like make them happy, this is what to do.
and there is a moment where it squeezes your legs and your feet and your arms, and you're like, oh my God, is it gonna crush me? But then it stops, like right there, at just barely uncomfortable, and then wiggles you around, and then you're like, wow, this is great.
Fantastic.
So there you go.
So on that note, get a massage chair. If you're around, you can't use ours. It's private. It's just exclusive to the casino team.
No, because we all do it naked. So you're not gonna want to be in there.
We're not supposed to tell people.
Ew.
It's weird.
What are those little hairs on it?
It's like the movie Midsummer. If you've ever seen Midsummer, it's a great sort of like fun. It's a good kids movie. It's not a good kids movie. I was kidding. I don't want any kids to watch it. Great movie. One of the best sort of suspense thriller, like Alfred Hitchcocky movies of the past decade. But that's like what we are like in the studio. Click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Have fun. We're going to find out more about Slash's Magnatone soon. Again, after you want them, ask for them for Casino Guitars. We'll get you the first ones
Seriously,
coming out.
pre-order them here.
We're not building a website. You got to call us right now. We'll build them up soon enough and you get them before that's even pre-ordered there. Oh my God.
It's
Crazy.
true.
Look at that. The price tag.
Done.
Peace be with you.
Bye.
Hard